What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Power of the Draw. I'm the host, Keyshawn. I hope everybody's doing good. Hope they're having a great day today. Hopefully we have another host on. Hopefully Andrew can come through and make it later. But we're just gonna start it off without him. And I hope everybody can just take the time to like, comment, subscribe, and share with their friends. Let everybody know, you know. I know I'm not here often, but we gonna spread the love and get everybody on board. Feel me? So SummerSlam was a great event. I love SummerSlam. A lot of great matches, a lot of twists and turns, and just and a lot of things that just went on that made you want to be like, damn, I have to tune in for Monday and see what goes on. You know, the Punk and Drew, excellent match, excellent storytelling. Just how like Punk took his eye off the ball, and Drew made him pay for it with that Claymore. He was so worried about Seth and that silly little bracelet. you know, and he looked away, and that's it. Murder she wrote. Um, I I pretty much predicted most of what was gonna happen at SummerSlam. Pat on the back for me, but it it made a lot of sense, with the whole Judgment Day. I had a feeling Finn was gonna turn on them from the beginning, like, it's so good how, well, I'll talk about it later on Raw, how he brings up the fact that like Priest basically screwed him over on his title shot. Like the long term storytelling is there and it's great. Um, I'm here for it, definitely. Naya beating Bailey, like Naya deserved that title win. It's been a long time coming. People doubted her a lot. They always violated her, try to put her down, say she's clumsy, this and that. But Naya, this year she was on a good run and she deserved that title win. I want to see what they do with Bailey next because that's going to be interesting. I really don't know what they'll probably do with Bailey next. But Naya, she's gonna have that little thing with Tiffany Stratton. I could see them, have that little you're my girl homegirl, but I know you still got that briefcase out there. Like, and I think she will eventually turn on Naya and cash in on her. So that's gonna be great. Something very interesting to tap into. Other matches. Oh, Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. That was a great match. Braun looked strong. Sammy, um, I thought someone maybe from the bloodline would have came out or something like that, but I'm happy that Braun got a clean victory over Sammy. Maybe it should have happened at Money in the Bank, but Sammy maybe needed another month with that title, so he won't. It was a good match overall. Braun is gonna be hold that title till Mania, and it's good ultimately. Still waiting to see where Andrew's at before I go into Raw. But hopefully, anyone that's tuning in, just hit the like, comment, subscribe. Overall, what other matches on SummerSlam? Am I really forgetting SummerSlam? Am I really forgetting SummerSlam? SummerSlam match card. What other matches I'll forget? Oh yeah, Logan Paul and LA Knight. LA Knight definitely needed that belt. Like he needed something to show for being as over as he is. He can't just be over and not have anything to show for it. He needs some type of title. And Logan Paul's Teflon, he could lose X amount of times. It won't matter. He's still gonna get the same amount of heat. He's gonna do his thing because it's Logan Paul. So I'm a fan to see who LA Knight has next. It's probably gonna be Andrade. That's my guess. I hope they have a. I hope it's not like a one and done type of thing. I hope they like really prolong it for a little bit, a couple months, like a month or two, and yeah, I could see that. Maybe Logan Paul's gonna take some time off, or he can get right into another storyline. I don't know. Logan Paul. Yeah, Rhea and Liv, yo. Oh my god. Amazing. I love the storytelling. I love the match. I think Liv came a long way, and the ending kind of was weird because it's like Dom through the chair. Like, did he know she was gonna do the oblivion on the chair? Like, I don't know how that was gonna work, but they did what they did, and then Dom started smooching on Liv after. Yeah, that was Dom is gonna get Liv a lot of heat with that, and it's gonna be an interesting back and forth. I definitely didn't want Rhea to win at SummerSlam because it would have happened way too soon for Rhea to win. Oh man, here's Andrew. What's going on, man?
Yep. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I was just going over a SummerSlam real quick. About it. What are your overall thoughts about SummerSlam?
Yeah, I thought it was a solid show. Very solid show. I thought it was a lot of storytelling. So it was a very newsworthy show. So yeah, I thought the wrestling was very good. I didn't think there was a bad match. I thought everything everything tied up nicely. So yeah, I thought it was very good. I didn't appreciate the 3-hour pre-show. I didn't watch that. So, but it's all good.
Yeah, there was a lot of storytelling in this show, which I appreciated definitely. To go along with some good matches as well. Which would you think is your favorite match of the night?
I really liked the Gunther Damian Priest title match. I thought it was very good. But in terms of wrestling, I thought it was very good. I thought they delivered a very solid match. I didn't know how the crowd would react, but yeah, it seemed to come up very well. Some hard hitting stuff. Both guys are on a roll, so they really stepped it up for that title match, made it mean more than maybe what some people thought it would be. So that was very good. And obviously the Finn Balor interference also helped out with that. I also enjoyed.
I thought that was definitely match of the night, in my opinion. Two big guys like that, just chopping each other back and forth, and Gunther's chest was just bleeding. Like, yo, that was crazy.
Yeah, which is ironic because he usually does that to other people. So
yeah, yeah. And what were you gonna say about the other match?
The other one was the Punk Drew McIntyre match. I thought that was very reminiscent of Bret Hart Undertaker match from '97 SummerSlam with the special guest referee involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was very good. And I thought Punk did well in terms of his first real singles match in a year, near enough. So, and on his comeback, he looked a bit more looked like he put some more muscle on.
Yeah,
so it's very solid. Drew McIntyre, very good again, delivered, and like Seth Rollins did his part, so I enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, it was great storytelling. How like Punk took his eye off the ball for that little bracelet. He's looking at Seth. He thinks Seth was like trying to disrespect him when Seth probably just picked it up off the mat. He just trying to get it out the way, but Punk takes everything to heart. So I love how that played out. And now Drew, he's just chilling with his feet in the air, like he thinks he's the man now. He beat Punk.
Yeah, basically.
But he should, I predicted Drew to win that too, because I think it'll probably go to like a triple threat match at Bad Blood later on between those three. I don't know if they'll wrestle at Berlin. I don't know.
No, I don't see that. I don't see them wrestling at Berlin, but I read today that the stuff that happened to Seth Rollins on Raw was a bit to write him off TV for a bit because he's dealing with an injury. So I don't know. I don't know if they can stretch. I don't know. They could. I don't know if they're trying to stretch an eventual singles match between Punk and Rollins till next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They could do it, but I don't know if they can do it. That's the thing. So
yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing a triple threat match between the three.
I think that should happen. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think they're gonna do with Bayley? Like after her losing the title to Nia, where do you see that going with Bayley? Because I personally I can't think of any other heel on SmackDown right now.
No, she could she could have a mini feud with Stratton, I suppose. That's the way to keep Stratton away from the title to like next year, something like that.
Yeah.
Could do that.
But I think they're doing the Chelsea Green and Piper Niven thing.
Yeah, could do that.
Yeah.
Could do that. Blair Davenport, something like that. Give her something to do. Maybe
I think she's with the what's her face, the other two, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire now.
Yeah, but they're on. I know they can appear on both shows, but they're on.
I forgot that. I mean, they're both champs. I mean, yeah. It doesn't matter. They don't. Randy Orton pulled up on Raw, like it didn't matter.
That is very true.
Yeah,
I suppose they'll break the rules when they have to. I suppose. So.
Yeah, but let's talk about Raw because I think that was probably the best Raw they did in a long time. As far as like the twist and just like the turns and everything, the storylines, like it was very unexpected, and like that used to be the Raw I loved watching as a kid. You don't know what's gonna happen. Like the Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins thing is like where'd he come from? And now he's mingling with Seth Rollins now. Like now they're gonna have when he comes back, a little something.
So, yeah, that's yes. So it sort of reminded me of what it meant. It sort of reminded me of an old school Raw from back in the late 90s, early 2000s in terms of unpredictability, good matches. The crowd was hot. They reacted the way that a traditional wrestling fan should, in terms of they cheered who needed to be cheered and they booed who needed to be booed. And this smart fan bit, where you cheer whoever, but I'm fine with that as well. So the crowd really made the show a lot hotter as well, in terms of they were up for it from the beginning. Sometimes hard. They go to places sometimes where it's hard to get a reaction out of people. They just sit there. But I think they were in Baltimore, which is usually it's basically near enough New York East Coast side, so they were going to get a good reaction that way. And yeah, it was a very interesting show. Very interesting show. Yeah. Raw's been very good the last few weeks.
Yeah,
last few months actually, it's been very good in terms of progressing storylines and building up new people, stuff like that, and establishing storylines. So it's been very good.
Yeah, like everybody has something going on, that's how you got to keep things interesting, I mean, Bronson Reed was in like a holding pattern for like a long time, so I'm glad they're finally doing something with him because he's usually just there. Like he's usually the third guy in a feud or like, something like that. So it's good to see they're doing something with Bronson. But to start off Raw, Gunther came out. Gunther came out, right? And talking about the title. And then Orton, I'm glad they did this with Randy Orton. He came out and he's like, "Oh, you forgot we're supposed to have a rematch. But now, since you won the title, let's make it a title match." Like I'm glad they didn't like, the Vince era. They probably would have forgot all about the whole my shoulders weren't down and we're gonna run this back. So I'm happy they did a callback to that situation. It shows long-term storytelling and things of that nature. What do you think about how this is gonna go with Orton and Gunther?
I think Gunther will win. I just think I think this is an accidental match just because of the pinning thing. I didn't think that was meant to happen. I just thought it was just an oversight, and they need to wrap this. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. In terms of that, I kind of didn't need to They want to do this match, fine, no problem. I presume Gunther's going to win because it doesn't make sense to give him the title and then lose it. It would have been a very Vince McMahon thing to do to him and the title and then lose it in Berlin. That would be a very Vince McMahon thing to do. So he'd like to always beat people in their hometowns and stuff like that. I expect Gunther to win this match. It'll be a good match. It'll be a close match. They might even repeat the same thing that happened in the King of the Ring thing there. But this time the referee spotted it. And stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to see how they do the build because obviously they're both on separate shows. So it'd be interesting to see how they do that. Whether they're going to have that old thing where Gunther buys a ticket and sits in the crowd sort of thing, or or he's personally invited because they're going to have to. They've got like 3 weeks from Saturday, so they got 3 weeks from Saturday to build this. And I think people were thinking the easy option would have been to do Gunther versus Dragunov. At Berlin, but they've really not had any interactions, and Dragunov's sort of been around the Intercontinental title scene. So maybe that the obvious wasn't the obvious because they haven't built it up. So, but yeah, I expect Gunther to retain, hold on to it. I don't know if he takes it to Mania, but I expect him to hold it for the rest of the year.
I think he's taking that to Mania. They have to build someone else up to even challenge him. So, he's going to hold that.
But I think the main goal would be to build up. I think you start building up Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what you build up, and whether you want to pull the trigger with a Dragunov match at Survivor Series or a Rumble, and maybe do something like that, but you build Dragunov up and up and have him win important matches, but you need to start building them up because I think people I presume my guessing would be if there's something that to do with like a Brock Lesnar return, then you save that match with Gunther at WrestleMania if Brock's going to come back at all. And if he is going to come back, then you probably do a title match with Dragunov at the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And you start building Dragunov up around after the Bad Blood pay-per-view, start building him up, building up wins, have him like beat Kaiser quite a few times, because Kaiser's obviously with Gunther in the Imperium, but you start building him up and then you just set people a reminder that these two have already, he's Dragunov is the only one of only a few people that's actually beat Gunther in the past like 5 years. So just build it up that way.
Yeah. And I like Kaiser, Look Kaiser, he's really good on the mic, and he's a good worker in the ring too. Actually, when he just came back from injury and he was facing Sheamus, and now they have like a 3-way dynamic kind of with Pete Dunne and Sheamus and what's his name, Ludwig. So I want to see where that goes with Sheamus. They're doing something with him. He's not just sitting around in the back. And Pete Dunne's doing something as well because he's not Tyler Bates injured or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's still all. I think it's still in the atmosphere and the gravity of the Intercontinental title picture. After you'll probably see some movement of those guys towards that after. Breaker retains against Sami Zayn in the 2 out of 3 falls that's coming up Monday. Sort of end that feud and end Sami Zayn's part of being, because my theory is that they're going to move Sami Zayn into this bloodline feud.
Mm-hmm. Like I thought they were going to do that in SummerSlam.
No, I think they're going to. I think they're going to. Yeah, we can talk about the bloodline bit later, but that'll be my bit that they'll try and push him towards that, leave the Intercontinental title thing. Because my thing about the Intercontinental title is that Bron Breakker is just going to be. They control what they want, but he's just going to be. The fans are just going to cheer him.
Yeah,
because he's just cool. The way he wrestles is just cool. So they can try and place him as a heel all they want, but he's going to be a de facto babyface.
Yeah, he's just
so
a badass.
If you then and I could see him like having very good feud with Kaiser over that Intercontinental title. Also, Mick Sheamus in there.
Yeah, I can
Pete
see
Dunne,
him and Sheamus have like some hard hitting.
Yeah, him and Sheamus would have a banger. Yeah, that would be one. But I can see like them four circling around, maybe a Dragunov in there at time as well. So you've got a quite healthy, what's the word, league or whatever you want to call it, division
title
for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you build them up for the top picture, and then Braun's going to lose that Intercontinental title, but he's going to be champion within the next. He's going to be world champion in the next 2 years. So
yeah,
it's all good.
He's probably holding the IC title till Mania. I can see that.
Till Mania at least. Till Mania at least. Until they decide what they want to do with him, in terms of. But like I said, I can see him Braun next year being one of the matches that John Cena has at some time during that year. That has to, for me, that would.
Forgot about Cena's last tour.
Yep. His retirement tour. So definitely see it happen. But yeah, it was a very good. It was a very good match.
Yeah. So Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre had their segment, and I always love their segments. I don't care how long it is. Yeah, there's times I'm like, Drew sounds better on the mic than Punk. I'm like, yo, Drew's like really outdoing Punk right now. Like, this is crazy. Like, Drew just leveled up to God mode or something.
Yeah.
CM Punk gave him that rub, and he's just on God tier right now. And it is excellent. I really hope it's like I don't know what they're gonna do with him, because him versus Gunther maybe later down the line, but they need something with him in the main event.
Maybe I can see them doing a. I don't see both of them competing at Bash in Berlin. I could see them doing another match at Bad Blood between Punk and McIntyre. I can see that happening. Whether it's, I don't think it'll be a Hell in a Cell, but it might be. It might be a Hell in a Cell. I can definitely see them doing that match. Doing that match there. They could even possibly take it into Survivor Series. I'm not 100% sure, but there's definitely another rematch happening between those two. So I just don't think you do it for you just don't do it for Raw. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's not a Raw match.
But him and Seth, Seth's definitely like the wild card in this, because he can go either way with this. Man, I just love seeing these three together in the
Seth
ring.
might be. That's true, but Seth might be something you give to Gunther.
Yeah.
See that. That's all. You could give that. Could be another opponent for Gunther on the way to WrestleMania. Just to establish his title reign that he beat. Mm-hmm. He beat the guy who established this title. That.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely gonna beat the top guys on Raw. Like, I don't see anyone on Raw beating him at this point in time.
Yeah.
Until they build up, Ilya or
no, me neither. I think
whoever else. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But.
You're right.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop there. With the Judgment Day, this is great too. Like, the Priest comes out, he wants to fight Finn. He's like, Finn, get your ass out here. And then Finn, I love the long-term storytelling, because Finn brings up like the picture of when he was in his title match and how like Priest basically screwed him over. And he's like, oh, you told me to man up and get over it. So now I'm going to tell you the same thing. Like, that's great. And he draws back to how Priest was always bullying JD. So JD wants to be the first one to go after Priest. And I'm liking it. Hopefully they could build Finn up as a top guy again. Because when he was back with the Judgment Day, he was more like, to me, he seemed just more like just a guy, you know. He's Finn Balor, like he has to leave this team and be put back in that main event scene, or at least in the mid card title scene, something. So yeah, what are your thoughts on the whole Priest and Finn back and forth?
I think it's something that's been coming in terms of it's something that's been on the cards. I think another one where I think that match has a WrestleMania quality about it. I just don't know if you can get to WrestleMania with it. Has it got enough legs? Like,
I see it at Bad Blood. I can see that at Bad Blood.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Bad Blood's too soon. I think you have to do some type of maybe like a tag match or something like that at Bad Blood.
Maybe mixed tag,
something like that, and then mixed tag or like
where they do like Dom and Liv versus Rhea and Priest or something.
Yeah, and then you can you don't even have to then Finn interferes like that. You could put that at Bad Blood, maybe even if they do like traditional Survivor Series matches, like have a Judgment Day team against a team led by Damian Priest. There's no PLE in December. The Royal Rumble's now like in the early part of February. You could have them interaction in the Royal Rumble. Maybe
have
Priest
that,
eliminates Balor the other way around.
What's that day one? Yeah. That day one show they do now?
No, there's there's nothing. There's literally Survivor Series, and there's a big break till like early part of February. But WrestleMania is like really late this year. It's like in the middle to late part of April. So you could do that. You could stretch it out. I mean, I've seen them. I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, we saw Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio a couple of years ago. That went from like September till Mania. So they could stretch that out a bit. Yeah. You could keep, you could find a way where Damian Priest has to work his way through the Judgment Day. So he has to beat Carlito, he has to beat Jay Madonna, he has to beat Dominic Mysterio to get to Finn Balor. I would,
that's not going to be a challenge.
No, but I would, if I was WWE, I'd add a new member to Judgment Day, but I'd add some muscle.
See, I was thinking they would do that, but it will be someone to face Rhea. I was thinking they bring back Raquel Rodriguez to be like Liv's heavy or something to face
Rhea.
But
maybe she doesn't have to be added, but you just like as a distraction. So you don't the eventual bit when she does beat Liv for the title, something like that. I think you keep the title on Liv more. The money's always in the baby face chasing the heel. It's always the best bit, and then you work out afterwards. But I was like, what would have been great is like if they added I'm trying to think who they could add as muscle really. Like Dijak would have been great if they kept him. He could have been a good part. He could have been added to Judgment Day as some muscle.
Yeah,
stuff like that. I think that's what that group lacks at the moment. Don't know. I think you don't want to. I think Bronson's just done something now that stands him apart. Adding him to the group at Judgment Day, I just think works.
Yeah,
like that. But we'll see, because otherwise, the group's sort of very I mean, Damian Priest was the muscle. Now you're taking the muscle out of it. It's sort of
so they really have
you said, it wouldn't take long to run through.
Yeah, I think you have to really build up Priest. I mean, Finn. You got to really build Finn up.
Yeah, but I think that's fine. I mean, like I said, but that's why I said you need to add some muscle, as a roadblock for Priest to go through before you get to Finn.
Because
I think he can go through. There's no. I think Priest will cost Balor and JD McDonough the tag titles somewhere down the road. I think it'll cost them that. Him and Rhea will cost them the tag titles. That just makes sense. but like I say, I just top of my mind, I don't know who if they chose to bring in someone, I don't know who they would have brought in. But I thought the segments were good. I thought it was a great explanation of Finn Balor, what he did. He actually just laid everything out and explained why he betrayed him, stuff like that. And they introduced the new version of this Judgment Day, which is very good.
Shit, I agree with Finn, man. The way Finn was explaining it, I agree with him. Like, Finn was kind of right.
It makes sense.
When you think of it,
that's what you need.
Explanation once you got the title, you start acting like he was the boss. He was acting like he was the boss. But I mean, sometimes he was right about what he was saying.
He did, yeah, he did.
So that's the best one.
Yeah, but then he kept saying he didn't need the Judgment Day as well.
Yeah, see. So
he kept saying that. How many times did he say that? He had that the title match he had Seth Rollins. He said, the one of the stipulations was if he lost, he'd leave the Judgment Day. And he said it. The Judgment Day don't need me. Sorry, I don't need the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day need me. He said it in a promo. Yeah. So
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I need Finn back in the main event. That's my guy.
Yeah, this will be a great. He had a great match with Gunther the previous Monday before SummerSlam. That was a very good match. I think that's why I think he needs to drop the tag team titles, because he needs to. He's the leader now, Judgment Day. He's not going to say that he's the leader, but he is the de facto leader of Judgment Day, so he doesn't need the tag team titles at all.
So. Yeah, not at all. What other matches are on? Oh yeah, the main event match. We got the 6-man tag, the Wyatt Six versus Gable and the Creed brothers. So what's your thoughts on their debut, the Wyatt Six?
Yeah, the Wyatt Six. I don't know how I'm supposed to take these guys, because they should be natural heels.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Even with this Bray Wyatt stuff, they should be natural heels. They're creepy. I mean, they wear masks. They're not
I was confused when they chose Chad Gable as like the guy to go after. I would thought they would have went after a face, like a baby face, like a Cody or LA Knight or something. I don't know.
I thought as well, and it's very strange because you just put the Creed brothers with Gable, so you're trying to establish them as a new group, and then that group's always going to lose against the Wyatts, right? It's just going to happen. But I don't know. I don't know I don't know how long this group's going to last, because I just don't take Bo Dallas seriously as like a leader. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't see this as a long-term thing.
No, I don't.
It's probably not going to last past Mania.
Yeah, and unless they... I'm just trying to think if they could see. I thought they would have made... See, what they should have done is actually targeted Jey Uso. And
the crowd favorite.
Target Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. That's what they should target. But yeah, that's what they should have targeted all along, not Chad Gable.
Yeah, Gable.
Leave Chad Gable alone to establish this new group.
Yeah, he was doing his best work.
Yeah. But they did fine. And they're always going to win that match. You can't have them lose.
They did good. Joe Gacy, he showed out for his debut on Raw.
Yeah, he showed out. I do like the introduction of these guys in terms of the videos that they do and stuff like that. I have liked that. That's been very good. But like I said, I think the rest of the group are fine. I just can't take Bo Dallas seriously. I just can't.
Uncle Howdy?
Even as Uncle Howdy, because I know it's Bo Dallas, and his name's stupid, like Bo Dallas. It's stupid. Like Joe Gacy's a good name, Dexter Lumis is a good name, Eric Rowan's a good name, Nikki Cross is a good name. Bo Dallas if they just refer to him by his like real name as his name Wyndham, no, something Rotunda, isn't it? Something like that. So or even shorten his name, just call him Dallas or something like that. It's just Yeah, I just don't know where to take these guys. That's all.
Yeah,
It'd be funny if they were on the same. See,
I'm kind of glad that they didn't like make him too supernatural, too spooky. Like kind of the Fiend was like kind of too supernatural to the point where it was like there's no way to beat this guy, so they have to do a no contest in a Hell in a Cell match. Like what the hell? like Seth was using everything to hit him, and he was no selling it. Like how are you gonna end a match like that? Like you made him too powerful, you know. So like them humanizing these guys, you know, it makes it more believable. Like these are just some crazy dudes that are masking up and killing people backstage.
Well, it should have been heels to begin with. The way they debuted, they basically just assaulted non-wrestlers backstage. You know what I mean? That's sort of a heelish thing that they did. You know, left people laying and stuff like that. Maybe they should have. See, they've got to, even like an authority figure, if they like attack like a Triple H or something like that, you know, or even
Adam Pearce.
I'm not sure you did. But the thing is, like, I think they should have targeted like Braun Strowman. That's a perfect storyline for Braun Strowman. He could have said, they could have said, you didn't join us, you didn't join back with your family, and he can just run through them. Or like that, you know what I mean? Or build some type of, you know, team against them. That could be a great Survivor Series match, you know, something like that.
You think they're gonna bring
give
Alexa Bliss into it?
Give Strowman something to do, huh?
Yeah. You think they're gonna bring Alexa Bliss into it?
Another foe, Nikki Cross, history right there, perfect. You have Strowman, Strowman, Alexa Bliss right there. Strowman's got history with obviously Eric Rowan, stuff like that, and Bo Dallas. You got Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, perfect history like that. You know what I mean? It's there.
Yeah,
no, it's there. It's there. They should do that. But that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what they do after the Gable and the Gable and Creed brothers situation.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I prefer them not. I don't know why they would start off with Gable.
And then there's one more feud on Raw. I always forget because it's like it doesn't really matter. But it's like the Final Testament and the New Day feud. It's just like I feel like it's been going on for so long. It's just been like, yo, Woods, join the judgment, join the Final Testament. And Woods is like, no, when they beat him up like every week. And it's the same thing. I don't see where it's going with that.
Side note, Karrion Kross should be the leader of the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, that would be a good one right there. Karrion
That's
Kross.
Just perfect. He's creepy. He's creepy.
Bro, I just want the old Karrion Kross back. I want the bald head, dope entrance, psychopath Karrion Kross. Like this one's good, but he's not doing anything like of note. You're just beating up the New Day.
No,
week.
And
it's probably been the most
right.
dead the New Day ever been.
Yeah, I agree. I think Xavier Woods has done a very good job the past year in singles competition. And Kofi Kingston is just basically he's sort of just like the Miz at the moment. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like he's there. In terms of like, yeah, you know, he's there. We'll do something with him every now and again. But I think Xavier Woods has done a real good job, especially since Kofi's been out for the last few weeks. He had a real good couple of matches with Kaiser, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like a street fight or something with Kaiser, like just after Mania, I think it was, or just around Mania. You know, had a good match with Gunther as well. Mm-hmm. So I really think, I think it's just time. Big E doesn't look like he's ever coming back at all. He seems to be fine with what he's doing.
Yeah.
Adding this Odyssey Jones, I mean, I think you could split Kofi and Odyssey Jones up with each other, and maybe like they'll become a tag team or something like that, and maybe Xavier could, because Xavier with the storyline didn't look really pleased that Odyssey was there, helping them, but he wasn't there. And
the turn can just
I can just, you know, Xavier Woods is a very good wrestler, very good wrestler. I think it's time for him to get. The other two have had a singles run. You know what I mean? I think it's now time for Xavier Woods to get his singles run. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just now time for him to be in that intercontinental division. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
You think he could be the one to? You think he could take the title from Braun? You think they can build him up?
I don't know. I think he'd actually be. I think you could actually trade him to SmackDown. I think he'd be very good with LA Knight, like back and forth promos. I think he'd be a very good, solid mid-level heel.
Yeah. So you think he'll be good as a heel, right?
Yeah, I think he would be very good. I think he's good on the mic. I think he's a very good wrestler, and I think he would surprise a few people.
But it's like how you was talking about Bo Dallas with me with Xavier Woods. It's just like, you know, it's Xavier Woods. That's
why he would. I think he'd have a slight change in his outfit. He wouldn't be wearing the New Day stuff. You know what I mean? I think if he just like cut back a little bit, you know, just wore some, you know, non-unicorn stuff or New Day stuff, you know, and you just see
Remember when they were dressed as the Judgment Day for Halloween?
Exactly. Get him away. Make him more serious. Make him the opposite of what he was in the Judgment Day. Yeah. Make him a complete turn. You know, make him disavow everything about the Judgment Day. You know, like it was a joke. Have him do what you do is you have him with these promos, with these sit-down interviews about why, you know, after he does a turn, why have you done this? Oh, because, you know, I sat back, you know, 10 years, part of a group. I've seen Big E go off. I've seen Kofi go off. I've done. It's now time for me to shine. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kofi was holding me back. And then he bought this Odyssey. He bought this Odyssey Jones guy that I have no idea who he is. He didn't tell me. You know. Yeah. So you know he ruined New Day. I didn't want to be part of this anymore.
So would he be in the Final Testament, or would he just be
no?
Just like a pseudo.
Be on his own. Be on his own. He has a mini. You have a mini feud with like Kofi where he decimates him. I mean, he actually does. You go, oh my god, I can't believe these guys were close as brothers and stuff like that. You know, and he does beats him down, takes him out for a few weeks or whatever, and he moves on. He moves on. He could face a Sheamus or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Just move him. Just move him on. Stuff like that. You know,
I'm here for the Xavier Woods push. You know, it's about time.
Yeah, I think it's about time. I think it's about time he gets the push. I mean, New Day's done. New Day's done. New Day is done.
Definitely.
That's 10 years, man. It's been 10 years. You know what you do? You know when you do it? You do it on the 10th anniversary of when they got together, when they debuted. That's when you do it. That's when he turns.
When is that?
That's when he turns. I think it's like, is it November? Is it November or something? That's when you do it.
I gotta see it. When was this? Imagine it's around the corner. Like, these guys had it planned the whole time.
Yeah. I know, but I just think it's time. It's a new freshness about it, you know.
Yeah.
Even Kofi to a certain extent, you get him freshness about it. Take them both out of the New Day clobber. You know,
it was formed July 21st. Wait, but they didn't debut as a group until November 28th. So you're right.
Yeah, so November time. So like, you get them both out of the New Day thing. You know what I mean? Get them into back in just normal attire, whatever, or new attire, whatever it is, the gimmicks they're doing, and have them fight. Have them have matches like from November to Royal Rumble and stuff like that, and then they fight in the Royal Rumble and they move on from there. You could even have Xavier Woods possibly like win Money in the Bank or something like that. How great would that be? You know what I mean? Have him win Money in the Bank or something. That'd be great. No, I think it's definitely something to think about. They both New Day's dead. New Day's dead. Even the crowd are like,
Yeah. Unless Big E comes back, it's not.
I don't think he's coming back. I think it's been 2 years. It's been 2.5 years now.
From what I heard, like he said, he's just waiting for like a clearance from the doctors, whenever that is.
But I loved Big E on his singles run. I hated when they put him back with a New Day. I loved him in the singles run when he's after Intercontinental title. He won Money in the Bank. He won the WWE title, and then he lost the WWE title up like against Brock Lesnar. And they put him in a tag team again. It's like
everyone loses a title.
Waste of time. A waste of time. The previous 18 months were. You know, I don't want to. He shouldn't. If he ever comes back, don't try and like come back and reunite the guys. No, you're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
He's got very good potential. He's already shown it.
Yeah, they all do.
Yeah, they're very good.
Well, what else happened on Raw? Anything else happen? No, I don't think so. That's pretty much it with Raw. Roman's gonna be on SmackDown. What do you think? How do you see it going down with Roman? Do you think like the Bloodline's gonna immediately just come out as soon as he shows his face?
Yeah, I think they're gonna beat him down.
And Cody comes to the rescue.
I think he'll try. He'll get beaten down as well. I think Roman. My prediction is to either two things are going to happen. Either Cody and Roman agree to a rematch at Bash at Berlin, right? Agree to that, right? Just get it out of the way, because this bloodline thing is going to take Roman's thing up until next year's WrestleMania, right? We all know that. Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah.
Or they're both in the ring and they're trying to set up. The bloodline attacks them both, and it's a way to sort of even prolong it even more. You just see the lasting images is Roman Reigns being loaded into an ambulance because he got beat down so badly. Do you know what I mean?
The tribal chief?
No, but it's a thing of he gets surrounded. It's a new wolf pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got Jacob Fatu there. You got the Tongans were chased off by Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Do you know what I mean? In that they were taken out. Solo could easily say, "You betrayed your family because you stopped us getting the title back." Stuff like that. It's a way to get Solo his get back as well. It's a way to establish Solo even more. If one of the lasting images, whether it's this week upcoming or whether it's like at Bash of Berlin or the SmackDown afterwards, there's an image that needs to happen where Solo is standing tall over Roman Reigns. You need to see that image to establish him as a credible threat, right? As a credible threat. Heyman could. Mandy's right. Heyman could. That's a brilliant. Heyman should turn as well on Roman Reigns. Heyman is not face material. He's just not face material.
I don't see them turning. Well, I mean, they just put him through a table, you know.
Right, but make him see his sense. But what Solo needs, whatever type of match it is, Solo needs a win over Roman Reigns. He needs a win. Now, whether that's at Survivor Series when they do the War Games match, because this new version of Bloodline needs to win that War Games match. Whatever controversy you need to happen needs to happen. Whatever interference you need to happen needs to happen. But this new Bloodline needs to beat what the original Bloodline is. My theory is that it will be this 4 against the original Bloodline with Sami Zayn as the 4. That will be it. I don't know how you get Sami Zayn and Jey Uso over there to SmackDown unless you trade them. That's the only way you could do that. Because they have to be... Because the focal point should be SmackDown should be must-watch television because of the bloodline. You don't spread them over Raw and SmackDown. You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need the bloodline on Raw and SmackDown. To make SmackDown must-see TV again, you need the bloodline folks. You need people going, shit, whatever it is, whether I watch it or tape it, I need to make sure I've got SmackDown on and that the bloodline needs to be there. So how they get them over there, I don't care. Trade them for whoever you got to send. Just trade them. You know, if you got to send AJ Styles or something to Raw or something, then just do that. Do you know what I mean? Just trade them because that needs to happen now.
Yeah, definitely.
But Solo, you need to. I think they've done a good. I think Solo's done a good job.
Mm-hmm.
But Solo, there's an image where Solo needs to be like standing, whether Roman's bloody or something like it doesn't matter. But there needs to be an image where Solo is standing tall over Roman Reigns, because then you need to get the fans to go, oh crap, Roman against. That's true. Send Theory and Waller. That's true. That's true. It's a horrible trade, by the way. That's the worst.
Yeah, that would be the worst trade.
That's the worst trade. But that's something I would. That's something I would do. So Solo needs to
you know. As far as Heyman, I don't see Heyman joining the new bloodline. If anything, I see if Heyman doesn't show up with this bloodline, maybe he shows up with Brock. I don't know. But
I don't think Brock needs him anymore.
He doesn't. But
what it will do is if Heyman then gets more involved and he goes with Solo side, it establishes them as an even more credible threat as well. You've got Heyman. Heyman's been with Roman the past 4 years, knows him better than anyone. Weaknesses, stuff like that he wouldn't even share with the rest of the group when they're in a group together. But he knows his weaknesses. You know, you can point to and stuff like that. It's emotional as well.
Yeah,
you know,
that power bomb to the table could put some sense in Heyman.
Exactly. Going, oh shit, actually, do you know what? You abandoned me. He could go to Roman Reigns. You abandoned me for 3 months with these guys. You didn't come back at all. You abandoned me.
Yeah.
Even after I got put through a table, you didn't even come back. That week after, you only came back because Solo called you weak. Do you know what I mean? That's the only reason you came back and stuff like that. Establish it like that. But it needs to be something where Roman needs to. There needs to be an image of Roman looking at his weakest.
Yeah, he definitely. I already see it now. Cody's probably Roman's gonna come out. Cody's probably gonna come out. They're probably gonna have like a mutual handshake or something.
Yeah, they're probably gonna agree to a rematch. Probably going to, like I said.
Then the bloodline's gonna come.
But the other way they could do this is to put that off is these two will agree to a rematch. They fight off the bloodline at the end of SmackDown, stuff like that. That could happen this week. That could happen. That could legitimately happen.
But I don't think Roman's gonna be full face. I think he's still gonna be a tweener.
No. He's full face. He is full face.
I don't think yet. I think to the crowd he's full face, but like as far as his character, like I don't think he's gonna be like friends with Cody.
He doesn't have to be friends with Cody. Just mutual respect, right?
Yeah.
His character's not going to change that much. It's just he's going to be cheered. It's like with Braun Breaker. He's just cool.
Yeah.
He's just cool. He's just not going to do like cheating stuff anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like rely on the Usos. He's just not going to do that. That's going to happen to him now. He's going to be the one that's going to be cheated on, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but either that and then what you could do is have Solo cost Reigns the title at Bash at Berlin to prolong it even more. You could do that. You could do that.
They're gonna prolong this for a long time.
They have to.
I don't even know. They still signed. They have Hikuleo still signed, right?
Right.
And Zilla too. So what if Roman comes out and he thinks this is the squad, like him, Hikuleo, Zilla, and Jimmy, and they get their ass whooped. And then he's like, "Yo, nah, I need Jay and Sammy back." And then I don't know.
There could be a point where Hikuleo. I think Hikuleo will go towards the new bloodline side.
Yeah, probably.
My prediction, and maybe this. I don't even know if they signed this Fatu kid. I've not read anywhere that they've signed.
Well, I know he's at like Booker T's wrestling.
Yeah, that may be a thing, but I haven't heard anything where he's been signed. But there is definitely a point where there will be there'll be. I don't know whether they, like I said, I don't know whether then they do a match, not like a singles match between Solo, but like a tag match or something at Bad Blood, and then you set up the War Games match. That has to be a War Games match. There's no other match. There's no other men's division side that should be a War Games match than this Bloodline. There's no other, not like a Damian Priest, Finn Balor thing and their teams. No, it has to be the Bloodline thing. There's nothing more fitting for a War Games match than this Bloodline feud. Yeah. And it doesn't end there. It goes on. Rock returns somewhere. I don't know where Rock returns. I don't know if he returns at Survivor Series and reveals that and betrays like Roman and stuff like that. Or I don't know, because I don't know what they're going to do at Mania, because I don't know whether they're going to go Rock Cody for the title or whether they're going to do Rock Roman.
I think it'll be Rock Roman.
I think it'll be Rock Roman. I think you put Rock Cody as the main event at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, because I think
Roman cost the Rock the title.
The thing is, I think right after Orton loses to Gunther, I think he's gonna go and RKO Cody. Like he's gonna be mad and just RKO Cody.
That's Cody. That's for the rest of the year. You take Cody away from this Bloodline thing totally. He's not involved whatsoever because he's in a feud with Randy Orton.
Yeah,
a personal feud. It's all the way for the rest of the year. Him and Randy Orton.
That's gonna be great.
Whether you take up to the Rumble or not, I don't know. But for the rest of the year, from Bad Blood onward, it's Orton Cody. Whatever series of matches you want, there has to be at least 2 to 3 matches between these two, between Bad Blood and Royal Rumble. There's a possibility. There's even a possibility you could actually have Orton beat Cody.
Orton as the champ.
Cody gets it back.
Yeah,
but there's a chance.
It's possible. Damn,
there's a chance. Yeah, but yeah. Listen, it's weird because if I would, it's weird because I think the rosters for each show between Raw and SmackDown actually belong on the other show. Not I'm saying they're bad or anything, but I think sometimes I look at the roster on SmackDown and I think they've got better wrestlers. That they need longer segments and stuff like that, especially this Bloodline stuff. It needs that's why I'm hoping. People won't like this. I'm hoping like because Raw's moving to Netflix, that someone at USA Network goes, we need to get SmackDown 3 hours.
3 hours.
Because I would like to see a longer version of Andrade versus Melo from the other night. I need to see like give him 20, 25 minutes, something like that. I need to see that. Do you know what I mean? I just need to see it. And also the Bloodline stuff, just longer segments than what they're going to get. Because these past few weeks with Raw, it's not felt like a 3 hour show in a good way. It's just flowed. So you get to if you're watching it live in the UK, you get to 3:30 in the morning, you go, Jesus, I didn't realize what time it was. Like the other night, it was like, apart from the R-Truth match, where I just switched off completely. But other than that, it was like it got through. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Raw's been good so far. So far, so good. The other company, I'm thinking about doing a stream on the other company later on. It's not going to be.
Yeah, I didn't think the show was good this week.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. But we're going to leave it at that. Actually,
by the way, we've not even talked, and we're not going to, but we've not even talked about even the best wrestling show, and that's NXT. That's just the best wrestling show.
Yeah,
it's just the best.
It's
just the best.
Joe Hendry's been killing it. Roxanne Perez.
Just the best.
And then when Julia and Stephanie McClure gets there too, it's gonna be amazing.
Bro, when Jordan Grace signs in January from TNA,
it's gonna be
when the Motor City Machine Guns show up. Yeah.
It's crazy, yo. WWE's doing their thing.
My God, man. Lucha Bros, probably, maybe. Good Lord.
Yeah. It's gonna be if they get that tag division up to like a good standard. Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing.
Man, yeah, you got Obafemi tossing people around. That's the next NXT champ, by the way. He's going to win that NXT title.
Yeah,
and by next
sure.
their next stand to deliver, I think he'll beat Trick Williams. I'm book it now. He's going to beat Trick Williams in that main event, and then Trick Williams will go up. That's what's going to happen.
They got everything set up. They know what they're doing.
Sorted. Sorted, man.
The other company.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But
other companies just an indie show with a big budget. I like indie shows, no problem. But have you ever been to an indie show? There's no storyline or stuff like that. They just wrestle each other and they move on.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I'm gonna end it at that. I hope everyone just likes, comments, subscribes. Tune in for the next episode. Good to see you, Andrew. Good talking to you.
Same.
Yeah, everyone, peace out.